All right, bowling fans, it's time to stop training like bodybuilders and do these instead. Check it out. John DeSantis back here again with True Golf Fitness and Bowling Sports Performance Institute, and we're going to talk about how to train. Okay, we want to train like an athlete. We want to train like an athlete for bowling. So fitness and bowling is going to be a bigger thing. I've been doing this and training bowlers for over 20 years now, and here's the deal. Too many times, the biggest mistake I see is people training like bodybuilders. They want to push a lot of weight, they're pulling a lot of weight, they're squatting a ton of weight. Here's the problem. The problem is you're training like a bodybuilder, you're not training like an athlete. So that's the whole purpose of what we're doing here. That's the whole purpose of the Train Like an Athlete for bowling and now the Bowling Sports Performance Institute. So we want to change that. We want to start showing everybody what it means to train like an athlete and train like an athlete for bowling, okay? Real important. Completely different thing between training and working out and doing exercise, okay? Like any other sport, we want to take it seriously. You want to be an athlete, let's train like an athlete. I'm going to show you a few things here today that's going to just change your game, change your body, and help develop, more importantly, the mechanics of how you deliver a bowling ball. Here we go. So the first thing I have set up here is a resistance band. You know how much I love these things, how versatile they are. Allows you to do so many different things in training our body, okay? In this case here, we're talking about rotational power. And bowling has become a rotational sport, similar to golf and a lot of other sports. In the sports world, that'll never come up. It's always golf, tennis, baseball, football, hockey, things like that. But bowling is truly the new rotational sport, as I call it. But in our industry, it's not talked about much either. And we're going to change that, okay? So here's the deal. The first exercise is this. We're going to work on separating upper body from lower body. It's really extremely important to be able to have that separation. If you don't, you can't develop that power that you need to deliver the bowling ball in the way that you need to do it, okay? So here's the deal. Actually, got both hands on the band, arms extended, bracing in, okay? Keeping the lower body real quiet as we get some separation, some rotation in the upper body. Goes like this. Nice and controlled. Again, trying to keep the lower body as quiet as we can. Again, bracing in to stabilize. And you're good there. Then we go other side. Repeat that same thing this side here. And that's that. Now, it's a great exercise to create that upper body, lower body separation. Real important in all athletics, real important in all sports, real important in the sport of bowling. Here's the next one. So the next exercise we're going to do is a step up from one we just did. Now in this case here, we're going to actually pivot on the back foot and drive in everything, and we're going to lead with the hip. It's going to help us develop a little more power, a little more rotational speed. Real important in a lot of sports, it's real important in athletics, and it's equally important in the modern game of bowling, okay? So, same setup here, but in this case, going to, again, rotate and pivot on the bottom half. So, here we go. So now, I'm turning everything, and I'm generating more force and more speed. So think about that. We're in our delivery, and we start on the downswing. We're not pulling the ball down, but the first thing that's going to happen is the hips are going to turn, and everything else follows. It just allows for a beautifully dynamic delivery of the bowling ball without having to force anything. That's what we're looking for. That's the key to developing rotational power. All right, here's the next one. Our next exercise is an advanced push-up on a stability ball. This one is a challenging strength and stability exercise, great for the entire upper body and your core, okay? So, you need a stability ball. Now, if you don't have a stability ball, go to something to where, you know, maybe a chair or something, or the chair handles where it's a little higher. Not quite the same because this thing is unstable. This is what helps create and work on more stability, okay? Really a key, really important. So get your hands in a good position. We're gonna go into the push-up. Just make sure your elbows stay as close to the body as possible. So, back into the push-up. And up. Now, because this thing is round and it's unstable, it's making me work really hard to try to stay in control. And as I'm doing this, like always we talk about, is stability, okay? So, I'm sucking belly button to spine, keeping everything nice and stable. And that's a great exercise, and it's something you need to start incorporating into your workouts. Here's number 3. Back with the stability ball. Ball hugs. Have you ever hugged your ball? I don't want to know. So this is another great exercise. It's going to help build strength in the muscles between your shoulder blades. Again, really key. We're talking about developing our body. Okay, that's training. And you'll see these as we go forward with a lot of developmental type stuff. We're looking at training the body. We're not looking at, again, about big giant muscles and pushing and pulling a lot of weight. That's not training, okay? That's bodybuilding. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. You'll look great in your clothes. May not be a good athlete, but you'll look great in your clothes. And, you know, I know a lot of people like that, so maybe you're one of them. Anyway, so ball hugs. Grab this big guy. Now this one here, there's different sizes, 55 centimeters, 65, 75. This is, I believe, 65. So it's a little on the big side for me, but you know what? I'm gonna hug the hell out of this thing anyway. So here we go. First of all, get familiar with your ball. Hi, ball. I love you, ball. All right, enough of that. When I say squeeze, you squeeze. And when it comes time, just squeeze. You're actually gonna hold your breath on this one, so just squeeze. And relax. Squeeze again. And relax. Again, just squeeze. And relax. Just a tremendous exercise. You'll feel that. You'll feel that working in the muscles in your back and your upper back and between the shoulder blades. Another great exercise. Another great thing to add. Here's the next one. Okay, our next exercise, we're going to use a dumbbell. If you have a dumbbell, you have a kettlebell, you can use a kettlebell. If you don't have either, you can use a jug of water, you can get a bottle of water depending on your strength level. Anything you can do to increase the load is just going to be beneficial to you, no matter how big or how little it may be, okay? Still work great for you. So these are alternating reverse lunges with a dumbbell overhead. So simply what we're going to do is we're going to keep the dumbbell up high. I'm going to try to keep it over my shoulders best I can. And we're going to do reverse lunges. So, reverse lunge. And just going back, going down as deep as you can. Trying to keep the dumbbell up. And that, of course, then you'll do the other side. This is another great exercise. It's going to help build strength and power in your lower body. It's going to help develop stability in your quads and your glutes and your hamstrings. So these are the kind of things that you need to do to be more athletic, to start training like an athlete, and to start training like an athlete for the sport of bowling. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you incorporate these things in your workouts. You need to start thinking outside the box. You need to start thinking like an athlete and not like bodybuilding, okay? It's going to be real important to you. It's going to change your game, going to change your body, going to change your life. You're going to be one happy camper, okay? So we'll have more of these as we go along. So there we have it. I'm done. And if you're interested in the whole program about training like an athlete for bowling, please go over to our True Rebel Fitness site, www.truerebelfitness.com, and you can see more programs there. That's it for me, Johnny D. Hope everybody stays well. Hope you all stay healthy, and I hope you all stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye. Now the first thing we have set up is a resistance band. Now, if you don't have anything set up like this, now the first thing we have set up is that's all, folks. Now the first thing we have set up now